Alright, so this is kind of unusual. I felt like kind of getting this done all in one take today, as much as I could anyway. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly how it's going to work out, but it should work out properly. So, if you guys seen the title, I bought a boat. Unfortunately, it fits in this box. Now, here's the thing. What's better than buying a boat when you don't really need it? Buying two boats. So, that's exactly what we did. We bought two special boats, though. See, I have a 2.5-year-old. It's actually about to be 3, so. I have a 3-year-old, and, well, we have a lot of toys. But what I don't have is any boats. That's a problem, because, you know, I've got bulldozers and cars and helicopters and drones and planes. Now we've got two boats. So, the box is open. Which one do we want to look at first? I guess we'll look at the smaller one first, and we'll put the, wow, it's actually, for a smaller one, it's actually a lot bigger than I actually thought it was going to be. So, here it is. This is a full function RC. You know what I'm going to do too? I'm going to actually flip this cam. Give me one sec. Alright, much better, much better. So, now we have this Sea-Wing racing boat. Waterproof. Ages 8+. Means my son should be able to handle it. Surprisingly enough, it comes in pretty much the same type of plastic case that I continuously get all of these in. What is it, taped? It must be taped. No? It's just old? Oh, stuck? Whatever. We're not too concerned about the box anyway. And for the price you pay for these, if it doesn't work, you're probably better off just tossing it out. And if you really care about it, go ahead and buy another one. Wow, surprisingly enough, one of these actually comes with a set of instructions. That's awesome. And the fact that this boat is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be is kind of cool. This is definitely like a pool size little boat. I mean, I did kind of plan on using it possibly in the tub with my son when he's taking a bath. He's always, you know, making fish soup and calling me to come over and help him play and stuff like that. And I just thought it would be kind of fun if I could just toss an RC boat in there and just drive it around. But also going swimming, you know, I wouldn't really recommend anything like this for a beach use. Maybe something a little bit bigger. But surprisingly enough, this is an actual good size little boat. I just read something about you have to tear it off a certain way. Tear off the stickers of the transparent. Okay. So we slide forward, slide back. Just push button release. There's a release, isn't there? Oh, okay. So you actually have to take the center of the controller out, which is actually what houses the charging cable, which is pretty cool. And then you can unscrew it from this frame, which I was smart enough to put a screwdriver right there. Look at that. Let's go ahead and take that off. Alright. So that's the whole boat itself. It does have these two little prongs right here, which I believe this is like a protection to not allow the boat to run unless it's actually in the water, like it's a water sensor. Okay. Unscrew the back. Looks like it's going to take 4 AA batteries. Runs off a 2.4, which means I might actually be able to get away with using a different controller, like this one right here. This is a 2.4 gigahertz controller by ECX, but it has a pair button on it, so I can randomly just pair it with pretty much whatever I want to, and most of the time I wind up using that one for a couple different things. Charge, operation. Okay, so basically there is these screws in the very bottom of the boat here. Excuse me. If it does seem as though water is slowing it down or getting into it, it does say you can unscrew those, and this will allow the bottom to come off to get into the housing to clear that out. I'm kind of wondering what these little caps are. I kind of don't want to be ripping it apart just yet, but I did want to see. And as far as this goes, I mean, this is a great idea with this controller base. I do like this. I have quite a few like these. My only problem with this one is, well, first off, am I supposed to screw it back in, or is it supposed to just... I guess it's kind of supposed to just sit back on this plate like that. It doesn't really lock into position or anything securely, so I wouldn't really plan on putting it in here and then like throwing it into a bag. You'd really have to like screw the back of it back in to the boat to hold it in place. Other than that, I'm having a little bit of difficulties getting the antenna out of the back. It's like super wedged in there. I mean, they're great clips. It seems like you'll never lose your antenna, but you may never be able to use it if you can't get the antenna out. Alright, so... Okay, so it gets held in the most awkward way possible. That's super cool. Okay, this is just... I mean, why couldn't I... I mean, whatever, but like, why couldn't I have controls like this, you know? Instead, I have to hold it like a 3-foot remote, and it's just kind of awkward. It's kind of weird, to tell you the truth. But anyway, yeah, this one's pretty interesting. Let me see. There is no... Okay, so the back rudder is actually not a rudder, it's a trim. So I'm assuming for right and left turn, it might just kind of like power down one engine or power down one motor and kind of allow it to like swing around. But I'm not too sure. I guess we're gonna have to find out once I can find it. Of course, it would take AA batteries. I have to find some. I've got like a pile of AAAs near me, and I do have to find some AAAs. But before we could do that, because I have a feeling that might take a while, we are gonna set this to the side. I can't believe the size of it. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And in these cases, I mean, I think out of 4 or 5 different small RC items exactly like this, yeah, see, that's what would happen if you didn't screw it into the base. Pretty much immediately, it would just flop around, probably bang and ruin your propellers in the back and totally screw things up for you. But as I was saying about the case, out of all the cases, I've had one that showed up not broken. One. Just one. Now, this is the good one. Do I need this? No. Will I use it? Probably not that much. But I have it in case I want to. Now, I'm going to show you one side first. You guys could probably see from there. It is a remote control boat. Remote control boat. Alright. Oh, that's horrible. It reverses the... Oh, man, you guys should have told me. I didn't know it actually reversed the lettering and everything. That's just absurd. Now we have to... Now we gotta flip it another way. There we go. Alright, that works. Alright, so we've got this boat crocodile. That's right, it's a 2-in-1. 2.4 gigahertz long range. Supposedly this one is color blue. So you do have a yellow, blue, red, or black option. More real than you will think. It says pistol grip controller, manual fine tuning, which is pretty much the same thing as the other one. 20-minute runtime. I'm kind of interested in seeing. It does say it right here. 20-minute running time. 2.4 gigahertz band. Let's go ahead and open this thing. Oh, we actually have a indication of the controller right here, which seems pretty generic, pretty basic, you know. But let's open this up. I'm interested in seeing what this actually looks like. By the way, I am using the finished knife here. This is the death metal side, and then we have the music side. So when you actually look at it like this, it's kind of like a sweet sandwich with the dark and the light side. Unfortunately, I still broke the tip off this knife, so it's not perfect, but well, the blade's not perfect. The handle's perfect. All right, let's check out the packaging on this. It actually looks pretty clean. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys right off the rip. That's pretty clean for a. As I said that, I heard something rattling around in the package. Alright, well, let's get these two things out the way. These go to the other boat, which still needs to find AA batteries. Alright, now, this seems like it wants to come out in one piece. This seems like it's struggling a little bit. Okay, alright. Looks like we got some extra props. Oh, alright. Might be a little bit difficult to see in the bag, but there is actually two in here. 2 extra props, as well as a charging cable. And then this plastic cover, which I'm assuming was to protect something. I'm not too sure what, though. Probably the propellers that are on the back of it right now. We'll toss that off to the side. So what do we got? Wow. This is the most hefty book I have ever seen. I mean, it must have instructions in every single language. Boat rack? Oh, is that what that was? That's what this piece of plastic is to hold the boat. It's a boat rack. Extra propellers. Battery included. Well, I kind of thought this was a double A type thing, so if it's not, I'm glad that the battery was included. Alright, first things first. The crocodile. Well, it actually looks pretty decent. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty cool. It's a hard shell. But it looks pretty solid. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy about that. Let's actually, let's move this real quick. Alright. So we can have the crocodile head right here. Alright. Looks like this is actually just a, what is that? This is actually just like a small instruction manual, also in a couple of different languages, it looks like. Yeah. That's awesome. That's great support right there. You really don't find that with cheap Amazon products. And I'm not saying this was cheap by any means. It was only it was $30. So I mean, that's cheap enough, but for some people they just might not have that, and having the luxury of an actual manual in 5 different languages, that's definitely cool, just to explain something as simple as how to put the crocodile on, because you don't want to break the boat or the crocodile. That kind of defeats most of the purpose. Wow, it's kind of hefty. It's got some weight to it. I can smell it. Like, I can. That's kind of weird. I could smell the battery. Alright, well, I'm assuming this clamp is to... Alright, you know what? Let's not be stupid. Let's not rush in without reading, because we don't want to break anything. But I'm about 95% sure that what I was just doing loosens the top of the... Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I was correct. Yes. And that's the way it needs to turn. Oh, great. It takes one of these. What is this thing? This thing is like a double A battery. What? I mean, I guess it's good and bad in a way. It allows us to try out multiple batteries. I don't know. I want to pull this one out because I want to see what this is. But I'm just afraid it's kind of a cheap battery. I don't want to break it trying to pull it out either. There we go. All right, what do we got? Oh, let's use the high-tech boat stand. Oh, that's super rockin'. 650 milliamp, 3.7 volt. So it's a one cell. It might be a little bit difficult to actually see. Focus isn't going to be the greatest. But so essentially it's a one cell 650. I've got a couple of different one cell batteries. I wish I could just put a 2 cell on it. But I've got a couple of different one cell batteries that I could actually try out with this. One of them being these. They're really not much of a difference though, besides the actual shape of the batteries. Because obviously you have a AA size, and then you have more of like 3 AAA basically taped together. No, I didn't make it. It's bought like that. But this one's only a little bit more. This one reads 700 milliamps, but it also reads 3.6, not 3.7. So it's kind of interesting to see that I was really not expecting this to even come with a battery. I thought this was going to be like a you know, a double A type thing, or let's take out this remote. Let's check this out. Now you can almost guarantee, you know, don't get all cheesed up. Yeah, I mean, you already know it's gonna feel cheap and plasticky, but I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's roughly the size of the boat, and it doesn't feel proportional, which is a little bit upsetting because you kind of want to creep with this thing. You don't want to be flying towards people with. Why does it look like they put? Oh man, I hope they didn't screw this thing up. They drilled 2 screws right through the bottom of the boat. Now that I'm noticing, 2 screws. Man, I got a feeling this thing's not gonna float at all. It looks like 2 screws, probably to a ground. They have drilled into the boat. I know it's a little hard to see, but you see the 2 white wires right there with the 2 screws? Those are drilled in, and the problem is they drilled them all the way through the back. I can actually feel the nubs on the screws. So if they didn't put anything on that to protect it, there's a really, really good chance that as soon as that hits water, that's just gonna like fill up. Where's that screwdriver? I lost the screwdriver. I'm always losing stuff. Can't help it. Got way too much. I'm saying that as I'm opening 2 more boats. Makes sense, almost. More double A. Oh, look at that. 2. We got 2 double A right here. I guess I looked at them like 4 times and then just didn't comprehend that they were sitting there. I can already smell the battery. I can smell it. It smells. Hey, it turns on. That's good. I've bought a couple of RC car toys, whatever you want to call them, and I've had some problems. You know, remote's not working, car's not connecting with the remotes, you know, that type of fun stuff. Alright, so we've got this plugged in. I don't actually see a power. Yeah, I don't see a power button anywhere, so I'm pretty sure once you plug it in, that's it, it's on. So now we're gonna try to lock this back into place. This looks like it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, not too bad. Alright, and now turn it back up that way. Snapped and locked. Okay. So now so how am I supposed to turn the boat on? Well, this could prove a little bit of difficult issues for people. I mean, yes, the battery might be dead, but at the same time, I kind of don't think it would be. Alright, let's unplug it, if we can. Okay. Okay, so the remote was blinking the whole time. Now the remote's still blinking. I'm wondering if there's an on button and I'm just unaware of it. But I'm not thinking so. I'm actually thinking it's some type of water protection where this won't work until it actually gets in water, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't think it's gonna work. So let's go destroy this boat, I guess. I guess I'm gonna try this out later on. Let's see how this actually fits real quick. And you push it up until it clicks. Oh. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Little alligator head be rolling at you on the river, you know. Unfortunately, I can't control the speed, so this thing's gonna be coming at you fast, and it might not look too real going too fast, but I guess I guess you see where the potential is, the use for it. I have a pretty good feeling it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good thing to use. I do have a feeling I might have to go through the instructions because there might be more to it than the battery just being dead. I could be wrong, but could be something more like a pairing method. Sometimes you have to, hold right or hold the trigger and hold right at the same time as wait, what? If that's correct, it's telling me to push the battery forward. That's gotta be wrong. That's gotta be directions for one of the other units. Because that makes no sense. It was telling me to push the battery. Alright, well, we've gone through. So there's only about 3 pages, maybe 4, of actual instructions for you to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go ahead, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to charge it up, and maybe we'll take it to the duck pond, you know? Maybe we'll go see how it works out over there. I'm hoping it actually works at all. That's my biggest concern right now, is hoping that the thing actually works. I can only hope for the best. As I said, it was only $30, so there is a possibility that it doesn't work at all. But the remote turns on, so that's a plus. And as far as it goes, it looks clean. It came nicely packaged, so I mean, it should work. I'm gonna hope for the best, but we're definitely gonna have to come back with some footage because I don't think I'd be able to charge this up quick enough. Even if we got this on a quick charger. I'll throw it on a quick charger right now, and you know what? I'll take a 5-minute break. I'll search for those AA batteries while this is charging, and when I come back, then we can actually see if this powers up or if it was a waste of $30, as well as the chance of possibly finding another AA battery and getting the remote to the smaller boat up and running, seeing how that works as well. So if you guys are going to stick around, I very much appreciate it. As always, you know, you guys taking time out of your day, come hang out with me and stuff like that. I do appreciate it very much. But you know the deal. Wow, I have to stop and admire the craft on this charger. It looks and it feels super cheap. It is plastic, but the design on it is actually pretty cool. like it's got like all these venting holes to let out all the heat, and then on the back, besides the little sticker, I know it's hard for you guys to see, but there is actual input and output on it, which is 5.0 volts, 0.5-2 amps, output 3.7 V 600. 600 batteries. I think the battery's like a 650, so should work out just fine. Nice. It does light up too, as well. I do appreciate when they throw in the sweet little touches like that. Now, I'm getting absolutely no light as soon as I plug it in. Like, I'm not getting a charging indication light. I'm getting nothing. Alright, well, I'll leave it. Like I said, I'll leave it for about 10 minutes while I search for some batteries, and hopefully it is charging, but I'm not getting any indication on the charger that it's charging. Usually with these type of see-through red indicator lights, especially when charging, the light will flash red and it will turn off when it's done charging. So if the light's off right now, that's a good indication the battery might actually be full and the remote might not connect to it. I don't know why. I've had issues with other remotes not connecting. I've had issues with other remotes not connecting to cheap cars like this and stuff like that I bought from Amazon. It really does suck. But I mean, there's not much more you can do other than pick up a different remote and try to get that running. So I'll just read to you real quick while that's still on the charger, I guess. Battery charging and assembly for RC boat. Battery charging for RC boat. Plug the USB charging cable into the computer socket at one end. Connect the USB charging cable with the battery at the other end. Notes: caution, charging time is about 90 minutes. Holy shit. Using time is about 20 minutes. The LED light will be off when charging. Oh. And red LED light will be on when it is fully charged. So they do it backwards as everybody else. So apparently the battery's dead. Insert the battery into the RC boat and click in the battery case with the battery connectors connected correctly. Insert the hatch at a 45-degree and push it forward. They don't know how to spell it. That's kind of funny. Forward. Forward, back. Turn left, turn right. When it yaws, manually adjust the direction to the right or left, vice versa. Battery recycling, battery charging, battery instructions. Maintenance. Remove the battery when it's not running. Avoid strong sunlight to protect the paint for prolonged exposure. Use a soft, dry cloth to clean after every use. And as always, you should do with any type of RC controller that you have and or use and or own. As or the same with all those others. If you're not currently using it, or if it's going to be sitting around for a while, take the batteries out of the remote. That way they do not leak all over your battery terminals. So that's that. It's charging. It doesn't really say much for connecting. It says plug the battery in. Maybe once it has enough juice in the battery, obviously you turn the remote on first. The remote does blink with the LED. I guess we'll see what happens with the LED, and maybe once we plug it in and the battery's charged, it should give us a solid indicator on the remote, allowing us to actually use it, and it should be connected. But I'm gonna take 2 minutes. I have those two AA batteries, which I could just rip out of the remote after we try out the first one. I just gotta find 2 more, and then we can try out the little boat as well. And I might be able to stick that one on the charger now and get that one going while we're waiting at the same time. Not too sure. Pretty sure I could use like the charger from like a bulldozer or something like that. Son of a bitch. Yeah, pretty sure I just broke that. By the way, I know the fucking microphone's still on. I'm not too worried. I'm still here. I've been looking for those batteries, you know? Been just like doing other shit too. It's all good though. It's all good. Everything's actually charging up right now. You've been warned. By the way, as long as this boat actually works. Oh. We're lost. We're lost here. Alrighty. So, as I said, I'm still waiting for that one to finish charging, but the little one apparently is done charging. We're gonna find out right now if this works. It's weird. I get nothing from any of the wow, look at the freaking antenna on this thing. Holy crap. I mean, I guess there's a good possibility it might need to be in water to work. I kind of didn't think so, but and I guess we can always go fill up the sink real quick, right? Alright. I guess we'll find out with this one. And it also says there's... Why is there 2 different forwards, 2 different backwards? Almost makes sense. As well as this one running on a 40 gigahertz, I do have another controller right here that also does run 40 gigahertz, just in case something, doesn't work out. I can always use this remote. Kind of like this one better. It's smaller, more discreet. Charger fits right in the side and closes. But hey, I like the boat. I like it. We're gonna see. So we're gonna see if this one works. Now the other one's still not done charging, but I think I'm gonna just be an impatient jerk and just pull it off the charger and try it anyway. There's also the possibility that that might need to be in water as well to work. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna close both the cams. You're not gonna see for a bit. It'll be probably 2 minutes or so, and then we'll open it back up. So, closing that one. We're gonna go full screen with this one. And yeah, you guys can now come with me. Right into my pocket. Now, as we said, I'm not too sure if this next one is actually going to work out. But the green one definitely worked out. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty interesting. The steering is directional, exactly like I said. It will only kick one motor to actually allow it to turn in the direction you're trying to get it to turn. And for the final piece of, little piece of info here, this boat still has not finished charging. It's still charging, but I'm just anxious and I kind of want to see if it works. I'm pretty sure it will work, but as I said, I'm just like super anxious. Kind of just want to like get it done, you know. Yeah.
I'm really sad.
Why are you really sad? Cause you want to go outside again?
Yeah. That's why I am so upset.
That's why you're so upset? Know what Dada got?
Yeah.
We got a boat.
It wrote you that.
I got another boat.
It wrote.
A crocodile. Rawr!
Daddy,
Yeah?
I don't think crocodiles that goes outside.
You don't like crocodiles outside?
No, 'cause those.
Oh, yeah, and they bite?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I don't want them.
It's okay. This one's friendly.
Yeah.
It just scares other people. Rawr!
Yeah. Daddy?
Alright, what do you say
Daddy?
what do you say we shut this down? You wanna have your milk?
No, I am old and lemon milk.
Oh, okay.
Daddy,
Yeah.
pick me up.
Pick you up?
No, see that have wheels. No, that have wheels. That Jeep.
Yeah, that Jeep don't have wheels.
Put them on.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to say, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go play with the boats now.
Yeah.
Alright, say, stay safe.
Stay safe.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.